Hello, everybody. Welcome. Fantastic to have you here. My name is Steve Mills, and I'm looking forward to hopefully providing some valuable advice to you today. I do these every day. These being LinkedIn Lives. I call them Results Mastery Live, but we're live on LinkedIn. We're live on Facebook. We're live on YouTube. And we're also live on Amazon Music, iTunes, and about 30 other streaming sites. So, I love the fact that I can do that, and we can do that. More importantly, we can all use this fantastic technology that we've got available now. And it always amazes me, where are we going to be in 10 years time in terms of technology? Even in 10 weeks time, who knows? I know it seems right now, the world's changing so quickly. And, there's a great opportunity for everybody, I believe, to keep up to date and use this tech, because if we don't, we're going to fall behind. If you're still sending out letters through the post, not saying anything against that, but certainly not maybe the best way of marketing your business right now. There are probably better, cheaper, faster, more effective techniques than that. But anyway, let's crack on with what we're going to talk about today. So I want to be really clear, because it's very easy for you to think, oh, Steve's going to talk about his program, he's going to pitch us, he's going to try and sell us on the idea of joining his Results Mastery program, which a lot of you may know is my key program. It's the main thing that I do right now. And I've been doing this, I've been doing this as in helping businesses now for 28 years, 28 plus years actually. And I will say that, you don't stick around that long if you're not good at what you do. And I say that not wishing to be big-headed, but just making you, think about this. I know stuff, and I've learned stuff from many of the world's leading sales, marketing, and business experts. That's how I chose to get my education into the world of business, not through going to university and doing a degree, but going and finding the best in the world in their field, learning from them, and then passing on that information to my business clients. And that's what I do, and that's why it works. And that's what we're going to try and talk about today. So today I want to, if I may, do a very quick PowerPoint presentation. It's only about 4 slides, but I just want to go through that with you, if I may. So just bear with me a second whilst I try to open this up, because I'm not brilliant at this bit, but hopefully we'll get it right. It looks like I've got it right the first time. Wonders will never cease, honestly, if you knew. But anyway, okay, so open the slideshow, and here we are. So, as I said, I've been doing this Results Mastery, working with businesses, helping them to master their results. Mastery, to me, is a level. It's like, poor. What sort of rewards do you get running a poor business? Well, you don't get poor rewards, I'll tell you that. You get pain. You go bust. You have financial problems, you have people problems, you have marketing, sales, operational problems. It's a nightmare. If you go to a level which is quite a bit higher than poor, called good, if you do a good job, you're decent, you probably do decent. It's not quite fair, I don't think. You're pretty good at what you do. You're good at marketing what you do. You're good at most things. But, you're not really going to get what you want. That's the truth. And, really, I believe good equals poor results. That's the truth. If you're good at marketing, you're average, you're the same as everybody else. Everybody else is getting poor results right now. So we need to step up from that. If we go to the next level, which is called excellent, when you're in the top 10%, you get good rewards. And that, again, is a plumbing pain. I'm really quite good with putting time in, with putting effort into whatever it is, whether it's marketing or managing our business or whatever. And we're only getting good rewards. But I believe the next level, which is where I try to help my clients to get to, is this level called mastery. which is only a little bit better, but it puts you in the top 1%. And when you're in the top 1%, that's where all the rewards are. You know, you take any sport, that would be the case. You take any business, and that would be the case. You know, so those of you who, I know there's quite a few people in the coaching industry, you know, the average coach right now, if you're a coach, like a life coach, a business coach, a, you know, IT coach or trainer or whatever, the average coach apparently earns less than £35,000 a year, right? And yet at the top end, we've got a gentleman called Tony Robbins, who allegedly, reputedly, turns over about 7 billion, right? 7 billion with a B. So, you know, it's not enough to live on, but it's not a bad start, you know. So, you know, it just shows you, you know, if you can get to the top, not necessarily that people on the call today want to earn 7 billion, you may do, but, you know, you'd like to do, I'm assuming you're here because you'd like to do better than you're doing. So if you want to raise your game, and become more effective, then, you know, now's the time to step up and do that. I know Tony Robbins always says, you know, the secret of success is to raise your game. That's, you know, that's it. Improve, you know, and improve and get better and better. So let's have a look. So we've got a bit of a background of me. I'm not going to read that out to you. I've already told you I've been around for a long time. Interesting fact, I used to play table tennis at international level. So I literally never had a job, would you believe? I left school, became a full-time table tennis player, and then set up my own business, having worked for a couple of companies as a consultant and advisor and so on and so forth. Literally travel all over the world, got clients all over the world. My most recent 2 clients are one in Argentina and another in Dubai. So, you know, I'm quite diverse in terms of what I do. I spend a lot of my time speaking at events. I do these LinkedIn lives every day. I've been on TV and so on and so forth. But really, I suppose at the end of the day, none of that matters. What matters is results. That's all that matters. What results do you get? So let me talk to you about that, if I may. So have we helped businesses like yours for 28 years? Well, I believe deep down that the rewards that you get in business are nothing to do with what you do in business. Let me just explain that. If you take my sort of key area of marketing and you looked at something like LinkedIn, a lot of people put, you know, nearly everybody's on LinkedIn. If you're in business, the chances are you're on LinkedIn. But the chances are one thing's happening for certain, and that is you're winning nothing from it or very little. You know, most businesses, and I'm going to say it's over 98% of business people who are on LinkedIn are either not doing anything, doing very little, or doing it badly. That's a fact. So what's happening is a little bit like my example before, is that some businesses, a small proportion of them, that 2% who are on LinkedIn mastery, are making all the money. You know, I got a client made 44, I think it was 44 million pounds from LinkedIn. You know, I can't sit here and say I've done the same, but I do make about 100 grand a year from LinkedIn, which ain't bad for a small business. So what I'm suggesting you do, whether you do that with me by joining my program or do it on your own through your own marketing, what I'm going to suggest is that you take a look at each and every element of your business and work out what you need to do to improve it. Okay? Because we want to raise our game. That's really what we're about. That's what the Results Mastery program is all about. Then you can do it either on your own or, you know, take somebody's 28 years plus experience in business and helping businesses to make, frankly, millions of pounds. Not all of them, but those who take action and are committed to doing so pretty much produce results. Let's just say that, that can happen. So why do businesses fail then? Well, 80% of them do within 5 years. If you start a business in normal times, 80% are gone within 5 years. Now, right now, we're in tough times. So arguably, that could be even higher. They fail for many reasons. You'll hear accountants say, well, it's poor cash flow, it's not charging enough, and so on and so forth. But really, I believe anyway, the truth of the matter is it's lack of sales. That's why if you sell enough, you're going to succeed, assuming you sell it at a profit. And if you make enough profit, you'll definitely succeed. If you've got people problems and you make enough money, you can solve those problems. If you've got HR problems, you can solve those problems. So, getting enough sales in for me is really key. But the problem is that people who are in business don't necessarily have the skills to do that, particularly in this modern digital marketing era. If I said to you, how good are you at managing your Google pay-per-click advertising campaign? People go, oh no, I don't know anything about that. What about LinkedIn? Oh no, I don't really understand it. Remarketing? What's that then? And so on and so forth. So, if you've got a lack of expertise in the very thing that you need in order to grow your business, i.e. sales and marketing, then you got a problem. You've got to either get that expertise in, or you've got to learn yourself. You've got to raise your game, if you will. Okay, does that make sense? Now, let me just clarify the 7 principles of results mastery. Just want to go through this for you. So if you did come on my program, and even if you didn't come on my program, these are the principles, these are the keys that you need to focus on in order to grow your business. So the first one, I'm going to go through these fairly quickly because I've only got a limited amount of time and I'm already running a little bit behind. The first one is strategy, right? I call it strategy mastery. Second one is marketing mastery. Third one is sales. You probably gather that's sales mastery, and so on and so forth. The next one is customer service. No point getting a load of clients if you're not serving them. Next one, systems. Developing systems mastery in a business will improve the value of your business. People, you may or may not be interested in employing people, but we all need people. We need to manage people. We need to manage suppliers, subcontractors, perhaps, and certainly customers. So the management of people, and last but by no means least, financial mastery is really what we're after. Not being okay at it, not relying on an accountant who's going to take 3 months to send you a set of accounts showing you how well you did last year. There's very little value in that. And you need an accountant who's going to do more than that. And you've got to pay for that, and that's really, really important, I believe. So they're the 7 principles. What do you get on the program? Let me just go through that with you. Well, firstly, if you did want to join Results Mastery, you get to attend a weekly round table event. So this is a small group. This is not like, 200 people. This is a small group, 5 to 10, might go up to 15, but it'll definitely be limited at that. And we get together for an hour and a half every single week. We do that online, and we get to really know each other. We get to help each other. I get to provide some advice and training and ideas for you, and we all get to discuss the results that we've produced this week. And that's a really, really important part of the program, So how many leads did you get? Where did they come from? How many meetings did you create? How many sales did you create? What was the value of those sales? How many people came to your website? How big's your email database? How are you doing on LinkedIn in terms of how many people contacts you've got, and so on and so forth. And we want to be seeing that going up over a period of time. So that, I think, is really, really valuable. Next, you get one-to-one meetings with me. Okay, so I'm going to work with you one-to-one. We don't have any sort of like set, right, you're going to meet Steve every Wednesday at 2 o'clock. It's when required, literally. You know, I mean, obviously, if you're going to ask me for, you know, a meeting every day, I might say, look, you know, that's a little bit more than you're paying for, but you get to meet me pretty much whenever you're meeting. You also gain access to something I call my Results Mastery University. This is a fantastic tool that enables you to do lots of things. It enables you, there's like a page I call community. So in there, you can go and post, you can add stuff. It's a little bit like LinkedIn, but very much on a mini membership basis. And you can go in there, you can ask people questions, you can comment, you can sell stuff. You can, you know, send them a link to your website to try and get feedback, and so on and so forth. It's a great little thing. And then it's also got a section called Classroom, where you can gain access to over 200 of my video training sessions covering everything from LinkedIn and YouTube and finance and marketing and customer service and everything. Okay, so there's a massive amount of value there. And then you also gain access to each and every member to be able to message them and understand what they do and network with them, and so on and so forth. And lastly, but by no means least, you get access to something that I call Teamwork, which is actually a piece of project management software that enables us to together work on your sales, marketing, business development plan for your business. So that's Results Mastery. If you want to find out about that, please feel free to get in touch. The investment in it, by the way, is £299 per month. Now, you may think that's a lot. You may think it's not very much. I actually think it's not very much. You say, well, you would say that, Steve, but it's not. The reason I say that is that what you get, but more importantly, the results that you achieve. You should be getting a 10x at least return on your investment. So much so that I guarantee it. So if you invest £299, it's a 12-month program. That comes to £3,588. So if you don't make £35,880, I will not only eat my hat, but I will give you your money back. Okay, I would expect if you implement the ideas, you should make between, if you're a startup, right, you know, absolutely day one, you should make between I'm going to say 50,000 and 100 grand. You should, I would hope, get to six figures. If you're bigger than that, then you know the increases should be bigger. You probably saw on the introduction, a client of mine went from, I think it was about 270,000 to 500, was it 480? I can't remember now, but it's something like that. You know, he virtually doubled his business in 12 months. So you might want to think about that. Lastly, why us? You know, there's lots of programs out there. Well, we've been established, as I said, been around a long time. You're not around a long time unless you're good at what you do. And I am really good at what I do. I know this stuff. You know, I'm one of these people that I know a lot about very little, you know, and I do that because I spend a lot of my time learning and understanding sales and marketing. My remit, you know, all those years ago was to help small businesses improve their sales and marketing. That's expanded into general business now. I've got clients all over the world. I've been to Singapore. I've been to Malaysia, Abu Dhabi, Dubai, Saudi Arabia. You know, I'm working with people in Argentina now, you know, and I'm the author of 4 books. I learned from the best of the world. I've literally made millions of pounds for our clients. Not all of them. Some of them have helped to get to that initial 6 figures, but I'm all about helping you to get results. So that's all I wanted to say, I think. If you've got any questions, if you want to know more from me, then, please feel free to get in touch. I don't bite, I don't hard sell. Be very happy to do a free, no obligation, one-to-one meeting with you. Typically, I do it over Zoom. I live on the Isle of Wight, so for some people, getting over to the Isle of Wight's a bit of a challenge. If you do live on the Isle of Wight, why don't coffee? But other than that, if you want to meet up, feel free to get in touch. If you see the scrolling banner below, it'll say basically book a meeting. Go to my website, steve-mills.com. Click on one of the gold buttons. That'll give you access to my Calendly account. You can find a time that's suitable for you and just book yourself a meeting. Thanks very much for listening, and I look forward to speaking to you next time on Results Mastery Live. Thank you.